Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Barcast TV. It's July 17th, 2024. I've got a little announcement here before we get into today's video. So this Saturday is going to be Bar Fight Night number 5, a 1v1. This July 20th, 9:15 a.m. Central Time. There's a little check-in window there for 2 hours before the event starts. It's going to be best of one Swiss, right? So the number of rounds should be the number of players joining, but I think it should be about 4 or 5. Pretty fun little tournament. Been participating in these since its inception. This is the 5th week, so show your support for the tournament organizers and the 1v1 scene. Thanks, shout out Nebuchadnezzar for putting this on. I can bring up the map pool real fast if you give me a second. Bring up Discord. Go to, I'll show you in the description. I'll link this challenge and everything. But yeah, if you go to the main Discord, Bar Fight Night, just underneath tournaments, you'll have the communication to find your opponent between matches. You kind of have to coordinate between the challenge page, seeing who your opponent is. Is there a bracket somewhere? Here we are. And Bar Discord, right? So here's the map pool for this week. Just 5 maps: Silent Sea, Heartbreak Hill, Crystallized Plains, Onyx Cauldron, and Theta Crystals. Kind of happy to see some new maps in the pool, some repeat ones. Really been liking Theta Crystals recently. And a new one in the pool, we haven't seen this one yet in Fight Night, is Heartbreak Hill. So this is going to be the topic of today's video. Just wanted to do a quick little build order analysis. So I'll give you guys kind of like my approach to the map. I might even speak to some of the bigger themes you might see as you get farther into the game. But for now, I just want to show you a very simple open on this map. I know it can be a little bit challenging expanding and navigating what I would describe as a technical map, given the fact that radars are good and bad in different positions, right? So we kind of have to navigate the early game pretty I don't want to say conservatively, but you should be able to get up split map pretty efficiently, right? So here's split map. There's a couple different positions you can choose to spawn in, actually. Get somewhere around these 4. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. This one here, is really tucked up, right? So you end up getting all of these mexes if you just put like an LLT here and like 2 LLTs here. Suddenly those are all defended, right? That's an interesting spot, no doubt. This one I don't really care for because you have this like high ground above your main. It feels kind of gross. This one I don't like, although these spots are all viable, just because you're so far away from these expansions. And notice this map terrain, right? It's like, I would describe it as like 3 theaters, right? You have this plateau on the top side, this plateau in the bottom, and then kind of everything in the middle, with the center being like a point of contention. Not so much like in its StarCraft Broodor partner, right? There's actually a base here in the middle you can contest over in that map, but it's really neither here nor there. So those are the different spawning positions. I personally like to spawn here, specifically for a few reasons. This is a tiny little radar spot here. You can kind of immediately get that up and have a wide survey of the battlefield pretty quickly. You can easily expand to all of these places, right? Kind of equal distance. You can get a factory right here, which is a vehicle factory, excuse me, which, can kind of spit units out into the middle of the map. You don't have to navigate going around this hill, right? So the only way into this base here is through this opening as well for vehicles, right? Bots can, of course, traverse this hill. So I really like this spawning position right here. And yeah, you can do a 3 mex open. I don't like that as much as the 2 mex. Just do a lot less walking. And yeah, you'll get your lab up quicker. So let me pick Cortex. I'm kind of a Cortex main, even though I've been dabbling with Armada recently. And here we go. So we're just going to do a 2 mex bot lab open. I'll show you that. And a cool little trick we can do with the con. So it's a 15 wind speed map, so that's definitely something we can scale wind on, although we want to be careful getting that energy storage up, maybe a couple of A solars even to protect our economy. Wind is doing really good right now at 15, so I think we're still just going to do 3 wind turbines before bot lab and see how it goes. Yeah, so like that, we'll do 1, 2, 3 more. Can I actually, let's do that. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pause here actually. So you can go 2 grunts into con, or you can go con 2 grunts. If you want to put on pressure, you can do something like this, like snake the grunts over here, snake one over there, right? I'm assuming most players are going to be spawning here, although that might not happen. So it's up to you. It's like you want to be a little aggressive early on. You want to be more passive and just get up a safe expansion. I like to play a little greedy. So off of the 2 mech start, there's really nothing that can punish you. Maybe a 1 mech tick spawn from like over here or something might be able to get a mech, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, so do 1 con, 2 grunts, con, a bunch of grunts. And we'll slip into the queue a couple more construction bots to expand. But yeah, let's do this. I'll unpause. Factory finishes, we'll make 3 extra wind turbines and then come back and assist the lab. Is this in range? Let me scoot that down. Yeah, so let's make those 3 extra wind turbines. Wind's dropping pretty quickly. Might end up needing to make a single solar, maybe 2, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is... yeah, let's do this. Oh, wind's going back up, so never mind. So if you grab this con and spam click behind a factory, it'll walk behind the factory. Isn't that cool? We're going to go grab this. Really important to get this 60 metal. Come back and assist the lab. I'm going to get a low power solar up. That's not perfectly placed. And our first 2 grunts, I'd park 1 over here and I'd park 1 over here. Get this solar up. Maybe we'll get... might go just even reclaim this tree for a moment. There's a lot of energy in this tree, and then come back and assist the lab. This is gonna go. I know I said you can make our radar out here in front of your base. I like making it up on this high ground and then going like LLT, LLT. Cap those 2. This guy actually is gonna cap this. Come back, add a something like that, right? I need to add on another solar, even though I don't want to. Yeah, here we are. So this is like the open air quotes. 2 mechs. 2 cons expanding. Got a couple of grunts out. You could make an argument to put this like radar up here. I mean, that's got great survey of the battlefield. There's a couple more great radar positions. I think this is a pretty good one here. This is fantastic. This one's good. This one's good, right? So there's a bunch of nice radars you can kind of catch on the edge of these hills, edge builds, but really, I think the next thing you want to be thinking of in this position is like 3rd con, right? So got a bunch of grunts out, see? Can protect our expanding cons. We can like put 2 there. Suddenly we can put 2 there. We have good vision now. And here's where things get interesting, right? We've run out of metal. What can we do? And wind's going down. Not the most ideal situation. Can let these next couple of mexes finish this. Hopefully this wind turns back online, but I don't think that's gonna happen. You can even come out here and like grab this mex and come back and assist our lab. Something like this, but really we want to start thinking about a 3rd con here shortly enough. So this is going to be finishing. This is online suddenly. Man, wind is still not cooperating, but I think we're going to have to get a 3rd solar here. Maybe not. I'm going to see now we have like 100 metal in the bank. I'm going to queue up this resbot, or excuse me, con. And we'll start taking these mexes. So Put a radar there. Cap this. Actually, you can make this an exploiter. And then just make it expand, right? Why make LLTs when you have grunts? Here's our first con turret. That's coming online. So I'm gonna walk over here. Get this online. Wind's still not really cooperating, so I'll make another solar. And another con. This con's gonna come up here. Another con. Ooh. I was gonna do my 4th and 5th con. This is actually super greedy. You might not want to be this greedy on the map and really kind of get a feel for where you're at in that position wise, but I like to play greedy. Yeah, so suddenly all of our mexes are kind of taken. Yeah, let me pause it here. So 4 minutes, 50 seconds into the game. What is that? 5 grunts, 5 cons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a con turret up. We could start scaling our wind. At that point, you want to start thinking about adding a energy converter, maybe reclaiming some of these basic solars. That's a pretty stable open. I'll give some final thoughts here towards the end. So when you're thinking about adding on more build power, put your con turrets here. That way they can assist a vehicle lab up here on the high ground, and this, hopefully, this bot lab over here, maybe you need to scoot it a little farther towards this plane of that line here, so it can be in range of these con turrets. Yeah, so just a little bit farther forward, it can assist both, or even pull this back. There we go. So that's the next rub. Here's another hot take. What is this little pond of water doing here? I'm wondering if there's anything we can put in there. Salamanders, yes, you can put an amphibious lab in there and go salamanders, which are hilariously strong on this map, getting up and down these little hills everywhere. So much better navigating these hills than their vehicle counterparts. So this is Heartbreak Hill. I think it's a fun map. Saw a lot of it the first 2 seasons of BPL, and I welcome it to Bar Pro League, or excuse me, Bar Fight Night. Yeah, so hope you guys like the video. Leave a like, leave a comment if you want to see more of these kind of map analysis, tutorials, build orders, I don't know. And hope to see you at Bar Fight Night. So yeah, come show your support, get out there and play, meet some new players. So take care, guys. See you in the next video.